Alright, we should be live. Once again, I'm running very late because I went to fix the bike and it took a lot longer than I thought. Or some random just talking their head off in the car.
Beauty Place said, tip to tip on a bike.
Yeah. I had another plan for this stream. I've got the backup one, which is what I'm going to do because I couldn't get out early enough. I really should have fixed the bike yesterday. I just wasn't feeling up to it. I just urge you, read the title very carefully. Oh, we're going to have to ding these dudes. See if this
Beauty
kid...
Place said, I saw.
I'll have to go slow, this guy's oblivious. There we go. So we are going from a tip to a tip. I had a way better spot for the second tip, but you can see the sun. We got like an hour of daylight left, which means I can't quite make it. I mean, I could get there, but it would just be dark by the time I get there, and then even darker on the way back, and colder. And since I've just put my bike, like I haven't even ridden my bike since putting it back together. Like this is the ride after fixing it. So, probably not a good idea to go really far when I haven't really tested things out yet. It seems okay. But if it goes wrong, it's going to be catastrophically wrong. So hopefully things hold together. Oh, I can smell
Beauty Place said,
manure.
when's the US trip to do a non-stop corner-to-corner road trip?
Oh yeah, man, that's easy. It's just a casual, what, 3,500 kilometers? Maybe a bit more. I don't know how far it is from East Coast to West Coast. How many kilometers is that? Or miles?
Beauty Place said, depends on which corners, even.
I don't know, westernmost points are sort of like New York side.
Beauty Place said, Florida to Alaska is a lot longer.
Yeah, it's misleading on the map. I was going to say though, from my place to my sister's place is like 3,500 kilometers.
Beauty Place said, I can check both real quick.
From here to Brisbane, which is in the same state she's in, is only halfway. And then you go from the bottom of Queensland to the top of Queensland, and then you're at her place. And that's like another, I don't know, 1,700 Ks or something. What's that? It's a 56 Chev or something. Looks like a Bel Air. They're sick. I'll have to double check that on the VOD.
Said, be right back, work things.
No worries, man. Yeah, that might have been, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an American car. A EJ Holden or EH Holden. They're a lot smaller than those. Okay, can I get across? Yes. Easy. Tricky, that spot. Sometimes you just get stuck on that island for a bit. Oh, I can feel so many things wrong with the bike, but the thing I wanted to fix is fixed, so that's good. It was squeaking as I was pedaling the other day, and it was either from the pedals, and it wasn't the pedals. Sometimes they go loose or they need a bit of grease or whatever. No, it was the rear axle. It was just adjusted a little bit too tight, and wasn't tight enough to do damage. Well, you know, at least not perceivable damage, but it was tight enough to make a noise, and if it got any worse than that, it would actually do damage. So we got that fixed. And it rides good now. But the rear axle on this doesn't give you a lot of excess thread to sort of go between the frame hangers. Like I've got, I don't know, maybe 5 mil on one side and like 7 on the other. Now I could adjust it and go 6 on each side, but I was lacking time, so I didn't. Plus I don't think like, what, an extra mil? Or yeah, an extra mil on one side would make a big difference. What I should do is get a slightly longer axle for the rear. But this is the one that came with the bike, so, you know, it's the right one. It's just I would feel a lot more confident if the thread went almost flush to the end on both sides. And then you've got the whole bike sitting on, using the whole available part of the frame to rest on that thread. But this should be okay, I say, before I crash catastrophically. Here we go. Very good. All right, yeah, I'll cross over further up. This is kind of busy. Maybe I can sneak across. Yeah, good idea. So yeah, maybe I'll look into that. Grab myself a slightly longer, I don't even know what that part's called, but it's basically the through axle, except it's not a through axle. Like the whole frame kind of just sits on it. Or I could spend, I don't know, an hour, half an hour adjusting it to get that extra 1 millimeter out of it, which probably not worth it. Definitely rides better though. The rear had a bit of friction on it before, so you could spin the front wheel and it would just free spin for ages. But then you do the back one and you could see it had friction on it and it just wouldn't spin as long. I think this is the one I gotta go. Yeah, we're going up here. Yeah, the hint in the title is on that sign. But it was probably too small to read.
Music Play said 5,700 miles, 9,500 kilometers from Miami to Anchorage.
Oh, well, that's Alaska, man. I mean, you might as well say Hawaii, but say New York or New Jersey to LA. That's a more realistic part of the continent. Don't have to worry about those pesky Canadians getting in the way with their fancy Mounties and their maple syrup covered mooses. But yeah, from like coast to coast, I know it was pretty damn far. It'll be over 4,000 k's, probably 5. Wouldn't surprise me. Some dude like skateboarded, he did that trip, one side to the other. And his wheels by the end of it, oh, they were munted. Looked like they'd been chewed on by a dog. All right, we're gonna go over here. We're not gonna get run over. That's my mouth writing checks that the world might not be able to keep.
Music Play said, so, unless it's changed, the highway through Yukon is passportless, so long as you don't exit the highway.
Oh, okay. I'll check the map when I get home, but I know it'll be pretty far. What I want to know is Australia north to south further than the US is east to west? Excluding Hawaii, because obviously you put an ocean in the way. I'm aware of the hypocrisy though. There is a body of water between mainland Australia and Tasmania. but that is a strait, not an ocean. So I think we can justify that.
Place said 3,300 miles, 5,500 kilometers, Bangor, Maine to San Diego.
Yeah, damn, that's pretty far. Yeah, okay, that's definitely further than Australia is. Like north to south or east to west, I'd imagine. Maybe east to west matches up. That's not as damn far. There's no way I'm going to do that on a bike, fuck no. I do have an idea though. Once my car's fixed, I'll do a trip, possibly, yeah, from here to Cairns and back, obviously. I reckon that'd be a really cool thing to do. Make it into like a week-long affair, spend a bit of time in different places, film the whole thing, and then I edit it when I get back. Zero chance I'm going to do it on the way there. Wouldn't have time. Or the equipment to do it, really. Oh, we're getting close to the tip.
UTIP Place said 3K miles, 5K km across the center land mass of the US, Norfolk, Virginia to San Fran, CA.
Yeah, that's bloody far. Yeah, it takes, I mean, even the bullet run that they do, where they just try to drive from one side to the other as fast as possible, that takes them a while. Over a day. That's with like a
UTIP Place
spare
said
driver.
that's a 4-day trip, max.
Yep.
UTIP Place said the way I drive.
It's a long ass way. I wonder what the bullet run, is that what they call it? Yeah, bullet run record is at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's less than 24 hours. Cannonball run, that's what it is. I don't know where I got bullet run from. But yeah, those dudes, they've got backup drivers, they've got like radar detectors, they have other cars ahead of them warning. I don't know if they do it anymore. It's probably still going on in some capacity. But yeah, they hold the record, like East Coast, West Coast.
UTIP Place said, yeah, and they AVG greater than 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, which is wild. I think a couple of them, they just eat the tickets. They just don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll pay it. I don't care. See ya. And then they just go off. But the cops, they sort of radio ahead and let people know now.
Place said, as of August 2025, the overall record is 25 hours 39 minutes, with an average speed of 112 miles per hour, 180 kilometers per hour, driven by Anto Man, Douglas Tabak, and Dunadel Dariush in May 2020.
Yeah, 3 drivers. So it's like a Le Mans team. That's yeah. So they're still over a day. You know they're aiming for that sub 24 hours. Like there'll be a way to do it. It's also, they've got to balance speed versus filling up on fuel. But yeah, you can go flat out. You'll empty the tank pretty fast. All right, we're nearly there. I'll tell you what my original plan was for today. I was going to go from here to Kilcunda, where there's like this overhanging cliff over the ocean. You go a little bit further up, and that would have been the second tip. Where the first one is the Waste Disposal Recycling Centre, which is offhand called a tip here, because you tip all your shit into the trench and then they handle it. All right, we'll try not to stare at the sun. Do not deposit, what? Refuse. Oh, okay, yeah, just don't dump your shit here. No vehicles after 4:15. Yeah, see, the sun's quite low, so I don't have time to do the proper one today. So, what we'll do is we'll do a couple laps of the town and we'll come back here. That constitutes tip to tip, right? It's the same tip, but it counts. I'm all about those loopholes. Okay, we're gonna go left, and we'll do a full lap. Might do 2 laps, and then we'll come back here. Now, which way do I want to go? I reckon no, we'll go clockwise today. Clockwise is actually slightly easier. The elevations are spread out more. And the drops are just quicker. I saw on YouTube, some guy made a video at this cemetery. It was fascinating. He was saying that a lot of World War I soldiers, they were buried out here because there was like a military thing out here or something. So this is just where they put them. You know, for such a small town, it's quite a large cemetery. The bike's riding good. There's like no weird noises coming from it today. I can just feel the wind blowing me around a lot. We've got a bit of a crosswind. You know, we can probably even go up a gear, which I rarely do. We got the pace to do it.
Beautifully said. Did you guys participate in World War I?
Yeah, the British came here and said, come and die for us. So the Aussies were like, all right, let's go. And then they did. And a lot of Australian soldiers died at Gallipoli in Turkey for 0 tactical advantage. Thank you, Winston Churchill. He was like a naval commander at the time, and that was his bright idea. They basically used Australians and New Zealanders as cannon fodder.
Beautifully said. Sounds very British.
Yeah. Aussies were always the first to lead the charge, and the British were the last. So they kind of prioritised their own men over everyone else's. It was just so stupid. It was a complete meat grinder. And it's a war that Australia had no business being in.
Beautifully said. Here, have a distraction while we keep our boys safe.
Pretty much. Think about it, right? Like, that war, what the hell were the English even doing involved in it? They're across the channel. Their lands weren't threatened. I wouldn't say they were close allies with the French either. You know, they got a history. It's just a big mess all around. So yeah, we've got a day here called Anzac Day. That's like Veterans Day for you guys. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. So it's for both Australia and New Zealand. Oh, almost got blown into the gutter. You gotta watch out for those gusts of wind.
Said World War I was entirely about wartime treaties causing a nonsensical mess.
Yep. It goes deeper than that too. You look at how the Americans got dragged into that war. They had no business being there. But there was a, oh, we've got to watch out for these kids. They're just playing chicken with cars. Oh, I can smell some weed back there. Someone's having fun.
Beautifully said. Back-to-back WW champs BOI.
Nah, you guys don't really say you get to win that. The Russians did all the heavy lifting. You came in, strolled into Berlin, and we're like, yeah, we helped. We did a war too, guys. That's gonna trigger some people. Sorry, it's the truth.
Beautifully said. We did in both of them.
There you go. Yeah, World War I, you guys shouldn't have gotten involved at all. In fact, at the start of that war, you guys were running arms to the Germans.
Muted Place said, we come in at the end, when our supply chains are threatened, and say we did all the work.
That's it. Now with the first one, yeah, you got dragged into it by the British. They were told, oh hey, keep fighting and we'll drag the Americans into this war too. And the Americans, there was a lot of Germans settled in America, you know, Texas, even New York side. And they didn't want to get involved in the war. They supported the Germans. And then there was a huge media smear against the Germans and like threats of bombing the Lusitania. And then, shock horror, the Lusitania got sunk with all this media attention on it, and then overnight, the Americans are like, we want in. It's our fight now, let's go. Just and all this info is basically lost to history, like, hardly anyone brings it up anymore. Well, why would you? It's like around 100 years ago.
World War II, the only reason we really go into it was Pearl Harbor, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, you were sort of assisting the British.
The OBV had to do something because of the physical attack, for appearances. Mystic Jin said, fang it, max speed. Oh, Mystic.
Welcome in, Mystic Jin. I would like to go max speed, but I have just reassembled my bike. I don't know if I trust my handiwork that well. So I might be taking it a little easy today.
Mr. Jin said, hello, hello.
Welcome in, man. This is Wonthaggi. This is like about an hour from Phillip Island.
Mystic Jin said, only one way to find out.
Oh, not an hour, about half an hour.
Muted Place said, time to test those bearings.
Yeah, the bearings are fine. They're not making a noise at all. I'm worried about the axle not having enough meat on it to sit in the frame. If that slips out, yeah, it's gonna hurt. But I think I'll be all right. It feels pretty good. The only way that can really come out is if something is pulling the wheel down with a lot of force, or pulling the frame up from the wheel. Or like the frame does like a weird flex or something. But seems to be holding together. I've still got all my skin on me, so it's doing all right. You know what, let's go through the park. We'll do a quick lap through here. Yeah, I was meant to put the bike back together yesterday. I just didn't get around to it. I should have. I could have got out earlier today. And
Mr. Clay said, tonight after my slept cycle, I have to finish putting the transmission back in the Civic.
Oh shit, that's a big job. I mean, it's a small transmission, but it's cramped in there. You know, being a front wheel drive and all that. I gotta rip my gearbox out of my 8.6 and swap out the clutch on it. It was slipping before, I gotta buy a new one.
Mr. Clay said, it's currently got 2 bolts in the bell housing.
Oh, that's enough.
Still have starter, mounts, wires, 4 hours of labour.
Yeah.
Mine's not cramped at all.
If you got a hoist, that's like a half-hour job.
Muted Place said, I just replaced the flywheels because reasons.
Yeah, you were saying. Sorry, I'm just sucking in a bit of dust. But yeah, I gotta hunt down a clutch for my car and swap it in. It's kind of tricky because that clutch really doesn't exist.
Muted Place said, no, in a storage unit, can't even walk past it.
Ah, damn. Yeah, my clutch, it's got like a different spline than what it should have. Because you've got a super gearbox with a bell housing conversion going into a 4A block. And then the whole setup is from a GZE, like a supercharged 4A GE, which has a bigger clutch on it anyway.
Muted Place said, oh.
I mean, I've done it before, so I know all the parts on it. I've got all the part numbers. It's just like, do you trust the workshops to get it right? You tell them, hey, I need this exact thing. And they'll be like, oh, what model's your car? Well, no, don't worry about that. This is exactly what I want, give me this. Yeah, but I need to know what model your car is, so we get the right part.
User Play said, just put a multi-disc in it.
Oh, dude, my car is thrown together from like 10 different types of cars.
User Play said, OMG, yeah, the YMM noobs.
That's what they do. They've put new surface down here. There's a lot of loose gravel on these like corn bits. Either that or it's washed over there from the rain. But we haven't had any heavy rain for a while. So I don't know what's causing that. Just lots of loose gravel compared to usual. But yeah, I'll get that new clutch and chuck it in. It's not anything special. It'll just be like a standard organic clutch and it'll get chewed up after a few years. But I would rather the clutch be like the weak link.
Said, like, dude, I need a Chevy 350 temp sensor. YMM. I literally just said, Chevy 350 guy. Figure it out.
I don't know, man, that guy, he might not be getting paid enough to care. He's like, oh yeah, Chevy sensor. Yeah, this one will do. It says Chevy on it, it's a sensor. Totally different car, not my problem. All right, we can pick up a bit of speed here.
Said, oh. User Play said, do I have a story for you?
That's what they do. Yeah, a lot of loose gravel over here too. It's not too bad though. Like my bike's not slipping around or anything. The only spot it really has a problem is like near those sand dunes.
Went into beta zone once. Needed price and availability on a brake master, right?
Yeah. If we hurry up that hill, we'll be able to catch that sunset before it dips out for 24 hours. We've just had daylight savings here too. So I was able to sleep in a bit. But, you know, it's only on the clocks.
Said, I tell the guy these words, I need price and availability on a brake master for a 94 Civic 1.5L front disc rear drum.
Yeah, that's specific enough. He should know what that means. What was that for a CRX? Oh yeah, I'll check, mate. Just wait a check. Comes back. Yeah, the Honda Accord doesn't have that brake cylinder. Sorry, man. I think I interrupted that bird. He wasn't happy. Whoa, it's a bit bumpy here. Yeah, actually, I'm off-road. Of course it is. Duh.
User Play said, he replies with a blank stare and a, Sue, you need a front drum for a 06 Honda, what? Like MF, what is wrong with you?
That dude had not finished his lunch break. It was probably his last day of work. He's just like, I'm done with this job, I don't give a shit. You need a what? Yeah, we got a drum for you. Part of the braking system, it's the same shit, right? Stops the car, yeah? Yeah, we got that.
User Play said, no brand new kid.
Could be a case.
17 years old.
Could be a case of him just getting it mixed up with another order. You know? That's kind of easy to do sometimes. They go through that many orders a day, like they're not going to remember each one. G'day. Yeah, doing good. Happy Easter. Oh, we're going right into the wind. Oh, at least it's not a crosswind. It's kind of going that, like that. It's more at me than sideways.
User Play said, no, I was staring right at the kid. Didn't hear a single word I said.
Yeah, he's off in his own little world.
User Play said, burnouts, we call them here.
Dude, that's actually only going to get worse. I've heard, thanks to it being raised on tablets and smartphones, The ability to focus for long periods of time and attention to detail, that's out the wall. So yeah, that kid is like as good as it gets at the moment. Oh, we got a nice sunset over there. You give me a minute, I'll show you. Where are the kangaroos at? There they are. Just staring me down.
Place said that, plus the legalization of recreational use of smokiums and the dying education system.
Ooh, they're real
it's
close.
gonna get BADDDDDD.
He's got the high advantage. Don't try it, Anakin. He's just staring at me. It's all right, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you. He's like, oh, I would choke the shit out of you if I had the chance, buddy. We're real close. It's about 4 meters away. Maybe a little more than that, maybe 5. As soon as I get going, there he goes.
K-I-C-K-Y deer.
Look at him go. Big bloody legs on him. Yeah, he's just staring at me. They're on a, I don't know, what's that, like the 9th hole? Oh, nice sunset. Yeah, we'll grab a quick look at that.
YouTube Place said, be right back every 30 minutes.
Ooh, there we go. You're a little busy, eh? It's all right, I've got a nice sunset to stare at. It's just dipped below the clouds too. We've just missed like the best bit of it. It's nice out there though. So I was gonna ride all the way out there. Actually, you can kind of see it, that little ridge to the right, it's very small, but just to the bottom right of the sun, that's actually where I was gonna ride. That is the other tip I was aiming for, which is just past Kilcunda. Grab a drink. And then we'll keep going. I might be able to get one more lap in, I reckon. Oh, I needed that water. I must have sucked in a bunch of dust when I went around that little park. All right, the long ascent continues. Oh, mouthful of bugs, awesome. I might have to nick some more water from that primary school too. We'll worry about that when we get there. But yeah, I had a much longer stream planned today. Had to cut it short, unfortunately. Because what I did was I basically rebuilt the whole rear hub on the bike.
YouTube Place said, stealing water from the kids, shame.
They don't need it.
SHAAMMMEEE.
Those kids are addicted to water. I'm doing them a favour. But yeah, rebuilt the whole rear hub, put a crap ton of grease in there, cleaned up all the bearings. All the bearings are in good condition. And the races have no score marks in them either. So no damage was done. And it's tricky to do.
Place said, you didn't stream the bike repair. How dare.
Yeah, because it was split into like 3 segments over 2 days. Plus, kind of boring. It's just me playing with a bunch of metal balls and a shaft. No one wants to see that. And half of it was just me figuring out how to do it.
YouTube Place said, excuses. YouTube Place said, oh wait.
And the other thing is, like...
YouTube Place said, question there ye.
Man, I gotta fix something. Oh, how's that ABS? Didn't squeal at all. question. All right, I'll buy it. This has to be a bit tighter.
Play said, how would you feel about roasting a book with me? Video collab thing.
A book, huh? What's the book about? If it's a Bible, I'm not doing it. I'll get in trouble. Actually, I should put my lights on. So getting about that time. Where is it? Yeah, that one's on. Put this on. Put it on the low. All right, 3.5. Got it slow to update 5. Got to get the one that's about 18 or so. Yeah, this one. Yeah. 20 hours. Yeah, good. That's what I want. Yeah, I might be up for it, man. Just depends on the time. And, you know, duration of it and all that. Which version of the Bible are we roasting?
Play said, it's this electrical engineering book. Feels like it was written by a guy paid by the.
By a what? It cancelled it. It didn't write the whole thing. I got the, and then it didn't finish it. I think the moderator thing kicked in and blocked it. I don't have any things up the top saying it.
Play said, I found 2 paragraphs comprised of 4 sentences total. 40 these between them.
Yeah, I'll think about it, dude. My knowledge of circuits is, you know, it's just what my dad taught me. And a little bit of high school physics. I am a little rusty. But, you know, like DC circuits and shit, like, not too hard to wrap my head around that. And I can pretty much read it, like a wiring diagram.
Play said, yeah, paid by the each instance of the word the.
Yeah, so it didn't go through again. It stops at the. I don't know if that's like a typo or it's just getting censored out. Hello. Yeah, TTS does some weird stuff. I do have the auto mod on, but it's on like the lowest setting. It's just, I have to have that on because like it's TTS. I can't just have it completely unfiltered. That puts me in a predicament if someone wants to abuse it. All right, right time, right place. I'm in a whole bunch of shit.
Said, no, that's the entire thought.
Oh, wait, that's it? All right. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I need to get a dummy battery for my camera first. Once I've got that, then I can do some more home stream stuff. There's that weathered, battle scarred Echo. That car's seen some shit. Things you wouldn't believe. Yeah, basically this whole stretch of road is like a mild incline. But it's fine though, because it's not like a steep one going the other way. You barely even notice it. Ooh. Should be a nice night tonight.
Play said, yeah, every instance of the English word that the author could fit into the book. That's how he was paid.
So he just maxed it out. Maybe that was the thing. Maybe they just sort of check for length by how many thus were in it. Like, oh, I got 4,000. Here's $800. Oh, wind's picking up. I don't know what it is, but this whole ride I can smell some sort of like cattle manure. It's blowing in from somewhere. Like, it must be on the wind.
Beauty Place said, I summarized these same 2 paragraphs into a single sentence even. And kept the full meaning.
Yeah, you've optimized it. Min-maxed the sentence. All right, are we getting let through? Nah. There's a lot of tourists in town today because it's Easter weekend. We get the Friday and the Monday off. And then, people take like an extra day or two and they just spend it out here for the weekend. Here, Phillip Island, this whole area, you get quite a few tourists coming in. And you can tell, because you go to the shops, like the supermarkets, they're just stripped clean. People come, anything that can go on a barbecue, boom, it's gone. But it got so bad that, pasta, milk, eggs were also gone.
Ah yes, religious fundamentalists. They certainly exist.
Oh yeah, across all doctrines. I mean, I would say I'm part of a cult of some sort. I'm just not that vocal about it. It's the kind you want to keep secret from everybody. It's not a nefarious thing, it's nothing bad like that, it's just, you start talking to people about it, their eyes glaze over and they just don't give a shit, so better off to just stay the course, do your own thing.
Beauty Place said, I'm gonna start a cult.
Oh man, what are we doing? What's our belief structure? What are we going for? I reckon we should start like a flat moon cult. The Earth's round, but the moon's flat. That's why you can't see the back of it.
Beauty Place said, admission is pretty simple. High intelligence, critical thinking.
Oh, well, that's me out.
Beauty Place said, we believe in NPC theory.
You gotta lower the bar, man. How can you start a cult like that that ostracizes 90% of people? I think you do the opposite. You say it's a high-functioning, high-thinking cult, but then the acceptance
Beauty
is actually
Place
just...
said, the moon is a 2D sprite that always faces the highest percentage of observers.
It is.
That's the point.
No, we make it, we pretend it's for really intelligent people, but then we just accept everybody. It's yeah, you think the moon is a block of cheese? Mate, I like your thinking. You're in. You're just what we need. You don't buy the narrative sold by Big Globe.
Said, isn't the point of a cult to be exclusive?
Yeah, and that's why they never grow. We want to grow fast. The more members we have to take advantage of, the more money we can make. And to do that, we've got to lower our standards, really low. All right, your water's not safe from me. Oh, they've got a keyboard down here. And it's accurate.
Beauty Place said, keeping ALLL the jokes inside. This one is TOLO easy.
Yeah, my bike gonna fall? Oh, good. All right, let's have a look at this keyboard. It's QWERTY. It hasn't got the shift values.
Viceroy said, just stopping in to say,
Oh.
I got debated.
They've put window keys in it.
Beauty Place said, oh, Viceroy.
I can't deal with that.
Viceroy said, gotta go to bed though, got work in the morning.
Oh fuck, almost drowned myself. Hey Viceroy. Yeah, I don't know what time it is in LA. I started way late today. The bike repairs took too long. But it's working. She's all in one piece. And anyone follows me, they just get a seizure. The front's kind of got a blinking mode as well, but it pulses.
0100 for Viceroy.
Wait, did I not turn that tap off? We can't have that. If you turn it too far, it just stays on. There we go. Got to conserve water. They taught me that in school. It's one of the useful things that they taught me. All right, let's go.
Viceroy said, later yours.
See you, dude. Have a good sleep. I'm gonna get another lap in.
Beauty Place said, night night, man. Has best slept.
Yeah, get them Z's. All right, we're gonna go from here to the tip because this is tip to tip, Wonthaggi edition, where I know the language, I have no problems navigating, and I'm solo. And I don't interact with anyone. It's perfect. It's exactly like the real one. All right, we've got to watch out for these guys. They've got a child.
Beauty Place said, I was just thinking, this sounds like Take On Me, but different.
I wonder what song it is. Give me a sec. G'day. Yeah, what song is it? I can't see the thing, so. Oh, it's probably the Hatsune Miku version. I don't know if I downloaded that yet. No, it can't be. I don't have that yet.
Beauty Place said, it's MXPX, Take On Me.
Oh, right. Oh, so it's actually them, yeah. It's the real deal. Oh, someone's having a barbecue. I can smell that. That smells good. I can smell it. They're cooking lamb. That's lamb and chicken, not beef. All right, we're gonna cross over the horrible intersection. We'll use the children's crossing.
Beauty Place said, intense.
Because mentally I'm a child. I'll wait for this guy. Oh, he's going over there. We're good. Hang on a sec, I'll read that in the tick. Just navigating. Hey, favour, hit me up. What do you want?
Beauty Place said, I've got a fiver for you if you come put the Civic back together.
5 what? 500? Maybe. Nah, man, front wheel drive gearbox, you lost me. No way I'm touching that. Doing a rear wheel drive gearbox is a pain in the ass.
Said, $5 Australian. Not even USD.
Mate, I don't even get out of bed for less than 10 Australian dollars. Who do you think I am? I've got standards, buddy. We straight? That should be better. No, I have a big enough problem just doing like a rear wheel drive gearbox. Like the standard 8.6 boxes, they weigh about 30 kilos or something. They're not that heavy, maybe a little more. I think like 35 kilos. But the W58, that thing's like 50 kilos. You got to get under it and like basically bench press the thing in there, or balance it on a jack and get it just right.
Beauty Place said, okay, fine, $8.50 dinars.
Now you're talking. All right, let's make it happen. Money up front.
Beauty Place said, I think my gearbox is like 20 kilograms, maybe.
Oh, that's not so bad. It's just, yeah, front wheel drive lines, they're tricky. They're a real, it's just the lack of space, man. And then you got to do it on the floor too. God, there's some big ass bull ants on the ground. What was that? Something about Jesus?
Beauty Place said, I'll send it to you via carrier pigeon.
You know, since it's Easter, let's actually have a look at this message. What does the propaganda on the footpath say? Far out, man. The grass is a lot deeper than it looks. It says, stop spraying our land. Oh, okay, this is just legit. With poison, weed killer. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can get behind that. Because it runs off into all the gutters and stuff, goes out into the ocean.
Beauty Place said, foot propaganda.
Nobody likes Monsanto and what was it, Bayer? Their chemicals, they kind of cause problems. I thought it was like, there's all these like Jesus messages written on the ground. I thought it was one of those. But that one's actually quite logical, it makes sense. I can get behind that. Road ahead. Thanks for telling me about the road, that's 10 meters in front of me. If that sign was there, I would have never known there was a road here.
Music Place said, come pray to our magic zombie savior.
Yep. Oh, technically he doesn't rise until tomorrow, right? Or was it today? Was today the one where yeah, today's the day he rises.
OMG Christians are the old RPGLARPERS.
That's why we do the eggs, because the eggs symbolise like rebirth of life or something. Like a chicken. Or any other animal that lays an egg.
Music Place said, I never realised that.
Yeah, I was talking about it today. I would love to know the origins of the Christian religion. Like how it all got started. Ooh. Sorry mate, I didn't see your dog there. He was blending in with all the leaves.
All good.
Ah, that dog's chill. That's not his first encounter with a random on a bike. All right, let's go. No, I won't dive into the whole religious topic. That just caused, you know, it's in the same vein as like political news and stuff. Just upsets people. But I will say, I do enjoy the holiday. Today's nice. This whole weekend has been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're better off just playing it safe. Oh, it's dark here. On the next lap, I won't be able to see shit through here. How are we doing for time? 7. That's not bad.
Music Place said, I despise all holidays on principle.
Yeah, over here, Easter Friday and Easter Monday are observed as public days off, which is awesome. And I looked up yesterday, I was asking Viceroy about it. I'm like, do you guys get like Easter as a holiday? He's like, nah. It's just a regular day for you guys. And I think in Europe, they do the same as us. They get they get both days off.
Music Place said, I don't care what your cult says, give me those days to choose whenever I want. Depends on your job.
Yeah, I mean, the cult's giving me 2 days off. I'm cool with that. All power to the cult. This bit's a bit tricky. You got the gravel, which like more friction.
I want my days off consecutive.
And then it's all slightly uphill as well.
Music Place said, not scattered hither and yon.
So something about holidays. Yeah, consecutive. I mean, it changed into the weekend. So you get Monday and Friday. And then you pull a sickie Thursday and take a personal day off on Tuesday. And you're good. It's blatantly obvious what you're doing. But everyone does it, so who cares? We're getting a bit quicker.
Said, no, I want 20 straight days off.
I mean,
I'm going road tripping.
You guys get, I think it's 10 days off a year at most jobs, which is like 2 weeks.
Music Place said, riding 6,800 miles in one go.
Like most jobs here will give you 20 days off a year, which is 4 straight weeks.
Depends on the job.
Once you factor in weekends. Yeah, it depends on the job, but I heard like it's kind of normal, 10 days off a year, which is kind of like, I don't know, you work all year and you only get 2 weeks off. Jeez.
User Play said, most places at the holidays are 8 days a year of recognized holidays.
Yeah.
11 for federal jobs.
I mean, we get public holidays as well. I don't think we have as many as you, so it kind of, I'd have to check it, but it probably averages out the same, like total.
User Play said, I do medical, so no holidays.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm self-employed, so I never get a holiday. Usually it's just a chance to catch up on work. But then everyone else has a holiday, so you just blow that off and hang out with them. I have a great work ethic. Alright, I'm gonna grab some water. Oof. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do a Yui and see how much progress I've done on this path. Apparently this thing opens this month. The whole bike track going to Inverloch. They set an actual date for when it opens. But I think it's the end of this month. I might dial up this light. It's a little bit weak. Not that one. Should be like the 8. Yeah,
User Play said, the job I just interviewed for, this last Monday, will be that 11 holidays. Plus like 20 hours of PTO a month, 56 hours of sick leave a year, and 18 hours of admin leave.
That's pretty good actually. That's
In total, it comes out to nearly 5 weeks a year, I think.
Yeah, it's just shy of like...
Let's be right back.
3 days PTO off a year, or a month. That's not bad at all. I hope you get it. Now let's go up this way. Oh, she's windy. No trees for shelter up here. But at least the wind's coming at me, so on the way back, it'll be behind me. Oh, it got dark quick. I can feel the temp dropping as well. Still comfortable though. Not so cold that your ears hurt. That's the worst. So yeah, apparently there's quite a bit of progress up here. Well, we got to cross the road first, which isn't too far ahead. It's around that corner. I reckon this will be quite busy when they first open it. So everyone's itching to try it out. And it's kind of similar distance to Inverloch as it is Kilcunda. I think it's about 15 k's. So like a 30k round trip, which isn't too bad.
Beauty Place said, Beck.
It's like maybe 2.5 hours riding, a little less. Depends on your bike, how quick you are. Welcome back. I'm nearly there. Oh, the wind. It's coming right at us. All right, this guy's gonna turn the other way. And we're good to keep going up here. So up till this point, nothing has changed. But apparently up here, they're doing a bike path on the other side of this gravel road. That's what I've been told. Or it just continues. Oh, okay, so this bit's new. Before, this would just go over there. So you can just go forwards. Oh no, I got my spots wrong. They let you cross over. I don't want anyone going into that concrete. Do I get across that gutter? No, not really. They still got to lay all the stuff over there. I think they're just going to put gravel over there. And we'll have a quick look up here, see what they've done. Ooh, not comfortable. All right, so you cross over and then you cross over again. And then that'll open
Clay
up.
said, so, eventually, I want to get to a point where my income is from content creation.
That's the
and
dream.
I want to be able to pay to bring friends into Fairybar.
That is the dream, man.
To do collab streams videos with me. Like week-long road trip collab things.
That's a hard thing to make it to break even. I was saying to Viceroy the other day, it's like the people that can do that, they always have some extra advantage helping them out. They're either already hooked up with people who are pretty popular, or they've got money. They can just burn money and time to build themselves up to that. Or they're at like university or whatever, college, and they just got the time to like grind away at it. Not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying that those people, they're your competition trying to do the same thing, and they've got that advantage. So it's tricky. Like, they're my competition. Not for streaming, but like
Clay said,
YouTube.
So, my goal is to use this job. Hopefully I get it to build the truck RV thing. Do some smart investing. Build a house, then start on that goal.
Sounds like a good idea, man. And you know, a worst case scenario, hey, you've got a good job. You can just fall back on that. I got a different mentality though. I think...
Clay said, I want to start a shop here that runs itself.
That's a good idea.
Use the shop as passive income.
My thinking is that the industry I'm in is rapidly advancing towards being automated away entirely. So why would I invest time into something that's going to be gone? That's just a waste of time, effort, and money. I mean, it makes money temporarily. I think it would be wiser to invest my time, effort, and energy into something a little different. Build up a skill set where you can't just be replaced. Like if content creation doesn't work, like you can fall back to being a videographer, social media person, some shit like that. Oh, here we go.
Clay said, build a bot slot machine.
Build a... Nah, that's the wrong way about it. Everyone's going to be doing that. Competition through the roof. Audience won't respond to it because it's going to be oversaturated. It's already happening to YouTube. YouTube's full of slop. People are sick of it. I think the opposite. You lean into doing stuff that's genuine, authentic, takes effort. That's what people will respond to. Because there's going to be fewer and fewer people doing it. And it'll make you stand out.
Clay said, I always have cars and shit. I can fix pretty much anything.
Yeah, just document the process and chuck it up in vids. And then find a way to improve that process. Not necessarily working on it, but improve the what you're producing from it. Just iterative, a little bit better each time. Where is my little thing? Oh, can I get the bottle in before I crash? Yep, there we go. Almost stopped. All right, we'll cross over. Oh no, a bit further up. Is there? Yeah, there's a footpath over there. We're good. It's just there's a car coming.
Clay said, another venture I'm going to explore, once I have startup capital, is repairing and selling gaming laptops.
Yeah, there's a
equipment.
few people that do that.
Or whatever.
Electronic repairs are becoming popular again because shit's expensive. Like, why buy a whole new one when you can just repair what you've got? Ugh. Oh, I had a thought in my head and I lost it because I saw a house that looked familiar. Looks like a house, the same design that my uncle used to have.
Muted Place said, I have a friend that makes like 15,000 United States dollars a month doing that.
Damn. Well, is he paying other people to do the labor, or is he doing it all himself? That's not bad. Like fixing gaming laptops and stuff, like if you know how to resolder microchips, microprocessors and all that, and you got the equipment to do it, yeah, that's a gold mine. Because you can just buy the busted up shit, fix it, resell it. Boom. Big profit margin. Okay, we've got to make our way back to the tip. Otherwise this will just be tip 2 and then there's no closure.
Muted Place said, no, she does it all herself.
Oh wow.
Most of the work is screens, keyboards and ports. Hand soldering jobs at best.
Yeah, it's worth getting into. I mean, back in the day, people made pretty good money just chipping PlayStations. You know, and that was easy. Just put a chip on, run some wires, boom, done. You're good. But yeah, I think putting more effort into, and there's a balance, right? Like you can't just spend forever polishing a video. Like you've got to release it at some point. And the key is being able to optimize that. Like get the most out of the time that you're putting into it. And that's at every stage. That's in scripting, that's in
Muted Place
filming,
said,
editing.
I really want to design an automotive AQ, but like, that's a lot of work.
Oh. ECU, you say? Hang on, I might have to stop and read that. Oh, there's no rabbits today. Oh no, there they are. Behind the letterbox. Oh, ECU, yeah. Yeah, also there's stiff competition for that. You know, there's already a lot of established brands out there. Oh, the little hamsters down here. Can you see? They're kind of hiding. Camera's probably focused on the handlebars. There's a couple of them in there. They don't like the light too much.
Muted Place said, yeah, you guys have one of the top of the market.
Yeah, Heltec.
Motec.
I thought Motec was American. We got Heltec. Heltec are pretty popular. I think with that sort of thing, it's more about finding a gap that's not currently being serviced and then optimizing and filling that gap. Because we've got Link and they are low end, but they're cheap, affordable, they're reliable, people know how to use them. And then yeah, Heltec if you've got the
Muted
money.
Place said, is it one of the techs?
Yeah, Motec's American, I'm pretty sure. Heltec, they're Australian. They're more top of the line. Lots of features, lots of redundancy, very reliable, high quality stuff. And they've expanded into like offering sensors and I think injectors and a whole bunch of other stuff now too. I'm just taking it easy down here today because, you know, I could go screaming along the road, but it's dark. People are on holidays, they're not paying attention. So we will just cruise along, burn some brake pads.
Muted Place said, that's all just rebranded shit, though.
I don't know, because some of it offers like features that isn't offered by the original. They've got like auto, I don't even know how to call it, but it's like a sensor where you can flip the polarity on it and it will still work. The Heltec unit will just realize it's the wrong way and it's like, okay, we'll just flip it on the software side and it works. Or they offer like I think it's like a special type of injector that it just sends out more information than a regular one, like in terms of duty cycle, etc. You know what, we're gonna have to go high beam. Oh, look at that. We'll drop it down so I've got a bit more time on it. Yeah, 3 hours. What about this one? Oh, that's a big difference. So that's the max. Yeah, we'll just go with this one. This one's good. Like, who? Mega Squirt had a good setup because they got started by offering injector setup or injector swaps for our carby guys. See, that's like a good niche that they went after. Now, I don't know if they're still around.
Said, so, I'm going to get a Roosevelt-based unit called Vato 2. PNP for Honda OBDI systems.
Oh. Yeah, that'll work. Check to see what the market's like as well though, because I think B and D series...
Beauty Place said, that guy is 650 United States dollars, IIRC.
Damn.
If that doesn't do what I need, I have to decide between Motec and Emu.
Why don't you just go to like a Hondata or something simple like that? Because they were the go-to back in the day. You know, it was flexible enough to do everything people generally needed. Or compare like what it would cost to run a Link setup on that, like a Link G4 or whatever their entry-level one is. Like that'll have enough inputs and stuff to do what you're after. Do I have to go over there? I think I do. I think I'm on the wrong road. Well, we'll find out.
Beauty Place said, I have the OEAQ with a Demonia and Neptune. Very limited for my purposes.
Okay.
Beauty Place said, I've hit the ceiling on the capability.
Ah. Yeah, but it probably gets you like 80% of the way there. And you're chasing probably depreciating returns. Give that guy a bit more room. I have no idea where I am. I think this crosses like a big road and then I go left. I can see the hospital. I might be going the wrong way. See what that guy's doing. Oh, we're screaming along now. I think I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, we have.
Beauty Place said, yeah, engine runs great. I'm at approximately 120 horsepower over the stock 100 horsepower. But I need more sensors, more data, more maps.
Yeah, it's getting tricky at that point. Yeah, we'll hook a left here, and this will come back out on the road I want to be on. Kind of. Gravel road, oh no. I mean, you're at over double factory output. Once you get to that territory, you need like a dedicated, like aftermarket ECU. And in terms of sensors, like crank angle, boost pressure, all the fuel stuff. Yeah, we'll go this way. This will come back out on the road that I just turned off, which I should have stayed on.
Beauty Place said, once I get this one project finished, I'll be adding a new map sensor to measure crankcase pressure so I can tune the PCV system.
That, yeah, see, that's overkill. That doesn't really help much with power either. Like if you got a PCV system that's working, there's no need to tune it. It's just, it's fine. Like most guys will just put like
Beauty Place said, no it's not.
They'll put like a one-way valve on with like a filter on it and call it a day.
Beauty Place said, it helps with smelling the oil at 3k RPM constantly.
Yeah, because it's meant to recirculate back into the intake. You know, maybe shove like a catch can in there to catch all the oil. Is this the road? Nah, this is way too small. This is just like a little back alleyway. Check out those reflectors, man. Are they reflectors? No, they're lights. Okay, that's why they're so bright. Oh, that's cool. Okay, minor detour. Back on track. Just got to hook a right up there. The process
User Play said, so, I have a dedicated filter on the crankcase intake, RN, and a hole in the firewall.
Crankcase intake? Huh? Normally that's like from the cam cover straight to the like the intake. That's the return.
Said that if the crankcase is being pressurized sometimes, that means there's power robbing windage.
Yeah.
Got to reduce that.
That's very minor. You're not going to be sapping like big percentages with that. All right, now we're on the right road. There's that park, and then there'll be a cemetery, and then on the right, in 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do the full thing. I would probably just be arriving there now, and then I would have to come back. And it's like,
Muted Play said,
nah.
PCV sucks vapor from the crankcase into vacuum of the manifold. The valve cover has a port that goes to the airbox or intake tube to allow filtered air into the crankcase.
Yeah, there's usually two.
Muted Play said, I do all the 0.5% shit on my machine.
Do you still have a charcoal canister to like feed that into? Because that's the main way you fix the smell.
Muted Play said, do enough 0.5% things and you end up making a big dent.
Yeah, that's true. Or just run more boost. Put some forged internals in it. Done. Someone's just left their bike there. Feels like a trap. Feels like one of those ones where they got a video set up and it's like got a taser in the seat.
Muted Play said, not oil. Charcoal canister is for fuel vapors.
Yeah, oil vapors too though. They run PCV lines usually go into like a charcoal canister. All right, we're nearly there. Just gotta go past the cemetery at night. Hopefully those ghosts don't get pissed off. They were saying the war that they fought in was entirely pointless and they shouldn't have been dragged into it. I'm sure they'd agree with me. We'll find out. Man, you guys can probably see nothing on stream. It looks kind of dark.
Muted Play said, so, the next build is a D16Y7 base, D15B7 pistons. Precarger on a clutch. DBWTB for a BOV, 250 horsepower.
When you get to...
said, the B7 pistons put the stock Y7 at 11.5, one compression alone.
Yeah, that's pretty damn high. For a boosted setup, that's really high. Would it not be easier to just go like B18 or B16? Given that all the components, everything's been built to was designed to handle more power from factory. So it should have more headroom. Oh, all right, we're back at the tip.
said, we can see the road, the grass, and approx 15 meters away.
Yeah, let's fix that. That's maximum output.
said, D-Series is far more balanced and efficient.
We've done it. That is tip to tip. Yeah, Ludwig and Michael. How long does it take them?
I don't care about power, is the thing. It's a MPG Mint Max build.
Yeah, so you're just trying to get maximum efficiency for as minimum money. I can respect that. I think that's a cool idea. You should totally make a video series on it and tell people exactly what you're doing, how much it's costing, all the process and steps, what sort of power you expect to make. But we've done it. We've done tip to tip, and it didn't take me lots of money, and it didn't take me a film crew. And I did it without asking for directions.
Said, that's the plan.
Quite proud of myself. I don't know if you can see it.
Beauty Place said, once I am back on my feet, my own space, shop, etc.
If you look up there, you can see those two stars to the sort of the bottom right? They point
Beauty
to the
Place
Southern
said,
Cross.
W-O-O-O-O-O.
Yeah, you might be able to see that. So you got the two down the bottom right, and then you follow them up to the left, and that sort of points to the Southern Cross, which I don't believe you can see in the Northern Hemisphere. It's exclusively a Southern
Beauty Place
Hemisphere
said,
constellation.
no, just black.
Ah, shit. All right. Well, then you're not missing anything. You'll just have to trust me on that. I swear it's up there though. The Brazilians will vouch for me, it's on their flag. They know what I'm on about. All right, we can go back now. Getting hungry now. We've got a nice roast on at home. I said I'd be back by 7:30. I may have lied. Hopefully it's taken longer to cook. Look at that, it's barely 7. Shit, actually I might make that. Still getting used to this whole daylight savings thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind setting up my camera so we could do like a star constellation sort of stream. Because out here, there's not that much light pollution. It's very easy to see.
Time to zoom.
It's just, I think it would be kind of boring and it's kind of hard to do. I wouldn't want to do it from home because it would be in the middle of like the night. I've got a fairly loud voice that travels and I don't want to piss off my neighbors. So the alternative is like stuff all my camera gear into this little backpack and ride somewhere and do it there.
Beauty Place said, you know what I want on a bike? A proper load carrying gearbox, you can shift on power.
Yeah, they're working on that sort of stuff. It's a balancing act between power and just keeping it cheap and easy to use and maintain. I mean, they've basically kept the same gearbox design for like nearly 100 years now. I've been getting all these like YouTube shorts of old bike gearbox or shifting setups. They used to just have like 2 little cables, you just pull them. They would be on the bottom tube. Oh,
Beauty Place said, that and the weight.
yeah, the weight as well. Oh, this setup works. But with the advent of electric bikes and the built-in sort of motors into the bottom bracket, yeah, they've had to sort of figure out the gearboxes and do all that. I'm sure they'll make like a CVT setup. CVT on a bike makes a lot of sense actually.
Beauty Place said, I've seen one that uses spur gears, IIRC. But it added a load of mass, which kinda defeats the purpose.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's hard to keep it balanced. Oh, it's getting cooler now. So it's actually, you know, pre-daylight savings would be 8 o'clock right now. But because we've run the clocks back, it's 7. I still haven't adjusted my my clock in my room, so I got done fixing the bike and I'm like, oh man, it's 5:30, shit, I'm late, way late. But it was actually 4:30. But even then, my plan was to get out at 4 o'clock. And I missed that window by a big margin.
Beauty Place said, I also kinda want to see axial motors on a bike. As the wheels.
Oh,
To know how you do that.
there we go, we're safe. Give them the nod. Thank them for being patient. You can get in-hub motors. You can get dual in-hub motors. It's just expensive and heavy. You know, dual motors, you need basically twice as much battery capacity to go the same distance, maybe a little more. The weight adds up fast.
Beautifully said, yeah, but I want the entire wheel diameter to be a motor. For no other reason than because.
My ideal setup would be just like a small, like 300-400 watt assist with a fairly small battery and just use it on hills. It would be the only time I'd need it. Everything else you just cycle as normal. And then you get to a hill and that'll help you maintain your speed. Can we cross? Oh, we can, because there's no traffic. You know what, let's go down here. Take a shortcut. I think this comes out on the bike path, maybe. Actually, probably doesn't. We'll see. I can see the bike path. Oh no, yeah, it does. It goes exactly where I want it to go. Should be able to go through this little bit. Is that a fence? Yes. But if I go over here, oh no, that's like, I don't know where I'm going, but we'll find out. I'm gonna fall over if I keep
Javori said, yo intense.
Hey Javori, how you doing, man? You've caught me at a good time. I'm trying to get to there's a bike track over there, but I can't get to it through here.
Said, oh Javori.
I might have to go the long way around. I tried to take a shortcut and we've just made it way worse for ourselves. But that's all right, it's just a bit of exploring. I've never been down here either, so worth having a quick look. Yeah, I did a tip to tip today.
Javori said, do you prefer cycling in the dark by any chance?
No, this is just because I'm slow at fixing bikes and I got started really late today, which seems to be a theme for me. I need to get my shit together and start a bit earlier. I had to fix my bike. I basically rebuilt the rear hub.
Beautifully said, that's not a question the monsters ask.
And it just took me too long. By the time I got it done, it was like, yeah, it was about 4:30, and then I still had to prep and get ready for stream. And I had a much longer stream plan today, but I knew by the time I got out and was ready to go, like I wouldn't be able to get it done in time. So I compromised, and I rode from the tip back to the tip, and now we're on the second lap trying to get home. If I go, I've sort of got to go up and around and back to get to where I want to be. There's a bike track over there. But I can save that idea for the future.
Said, what tips are we talking about?
Yeah, so it's a tip, but it's not like a geographical tip. It's a garbage centre, a refuse station. We call them tips here.
Beautifully said, touching.
So I rode from the tip to the tip, and we just completed that before. So now this is all just extra. I met the main goal of the stream. Very, very low, easy to achieve goal. Here we go. This is where I was trying to get to. I thought I could get through on that little road before, but nah. Somebody put a childcare centre in the way. It's the NT Aggie LA. It's supposed to say Wonthaggi Plaza, but I don't think they paid their bill for all the letters on their sign. I'm hanging out for JB to open up on Tuesday because I should get my new monitor by then, if I'm lucky. They got to ship it down here.
So when you're doing northernmost tip to southernmost tip?
Hey, I've actually kind of got that planned, but it won't be done on a bike. I'm not going all the way to the north. I'll go as far as I can. But when I've got my car fixed, I want to drive it up to my sister's place. So I'll take it from here to Wilson's Promontory, which is the southernmost tip of mainland Australia. And then I'm going to drive it up the east coast all the way to Cairns, which is about 3,500 kilometres. And I want to video it and make like a full series out of it. And then my sister's husband...
Javori said, fair enough, by bike it would be insane.
Oh yeah, it'd take a while. I don't think I'd survive it, to be honest. That'd be a lot of planning. Plus Australia's a fairly dangerous place to ride on the road. People just don't pay attention. But doing it by car would be awesome. From here to Sydney is like 900 Ks. You can get that done in a day. Sydney to Brizzy is about, I think it's like 600 or 700 Ks. So yeah, another day. And then it's another 2 days from Brizzy to Cairns, because that's in Queensland, and Queensland's massive. It's a huge, huge state. And then once you're up at Cairns, you can go further north, but you need a four-wheel drive. And I don't have one, but my sister's boyfriend wants to get one, so maybe we like combo it onto that. That would be cool. He used to have a FJ Cruiser, which is a fairly capable four-wheel drive, Toyota FJ Cruiser. Those are cool. No, well, yeah, FJ Cruiser, like the newish ones. But yeah, he had to sell that. He sold that, and then he got like a turbocharged GT86 and hit a kangaroo with it, and that got written off. So he got the insurance money for it and then sold it off, and now he's just being sensible family cars. Yeah, I wanted to go like down this bike path here for like a long way, but I'll do that another day. Next time we've got like a nice day and I'm prepped and ready early enough, we'll do the full thing. I might even be lazy and call it tip to tip again. I've got to think of a way to like knock off the cyclothon sort of thing, but not like in a serious way, you know, like not like I'm trying to milk viewers or anything, just as like a funny little thing in a title. Like, I don't seriously expect anyone to see that and go, oh, he's doing a cyclothon, I want to see that. Nah, that's not the goal at all. It's just to have fun with like an event that's going on. Yeah, before we had like a pretty good sunset. I was coming up here, this is my second lap. And at the top of the hill, if you look left, you can see the sun. Not anymore, it's well gone now. It set about probably like 40 minutes ago. But oh man, the other day, the last stream, we had some amazing sunsets on that. I don't know what was going on with the clouds. Someone turned the graphics up to maximum and they were looking awesome. You know what? I rebuilt the rear hub in this to get rid of a squeaking noise. And I'm still hearing a squeaking noise.
Said, we have a park here called Nope Park.
Nope Park. Great name. Oh, I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Right, so rebuilding the rear hub did not fix the squeak. So the squeak is elsewhere. That's a concern. So all my effort in rebuilding the rear hub was pointless. I guess not. It was a little bit tight. You know, and it probably needed it anyway. But,
Music Play said, brake rub.
No, I don't think it's the brakes. That would be constant. It only happens under power. Like if I coast, it doesn't do it. So that's drivetrain, crank, or pedals. There's one of them. And I can't isolate where it's coming from. I don't know if it's coming from like the crank or if it's coming further back. And I can't test it when it's on like a bike stand.
Said the other thing would be the derailleur idler.
Yeah, maybe, but that would be consistent. Like it would just do it all the time. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Next
Mr.
thing.
Tim said, I've seen this before. It's the beginning of a horror movie day.
Yeah. Yeah, if I go onto the golf course, I'll get like just gang stalked by a bunch of kangaroos. Super territorial. And they'll just go me.
Music Play said, can you get an exercise generator thing?
I don't have one of those. Oh, there'd be a way to like rig it up, like make like a makeshift dyno. I'll see if there's any roos over there. Nah, not there. There's people thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? Doesn't he know how to go straight?
Mystic Jim said, kangaroos are fine, as long as it isn't a mob of emus.
Yeah, I mean, we lost that war.
Muted Place said, strap it down on the bench, turn the Genny to max, and turn it by hand.
Wouldn't want to aggress on those emus. They'll break the armistice and then it's over for us. We've got to play it safe. That's still...
Muted Place said,
this is the...
do you have a spare alternator and a battery hanging around at the house?
No. All my alternators are being used. I mean, there's a spare one attached to my engine, but it needs to stay there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the bottom. I reckon it's just the pedals. I reckon I'll rip them off, grease them up, chuck them back on, see what happens there. It shouldn't be the bottom bracket because I had that replaced not that long ago. All the bearings and stuff in there. I hope it's not that. You need like specific tools to be able to remove that thing as well. And I don't want to have to do that. That's just money and effort that I would rather put elsewhere. I mean, it's just a little squeaky noise. You know, it's probably leading up to a catastrophic failure. But for now, I can ignore it.
Muted Place said, special tool, hammer.
Yeah. What do you mean special tool? Brute force will work. It always does though. And if brute force doesn't work, you're just not using enough. That's on you. Yeah, all this stuff on the road or the path, it's all just falling off of the trees. Every time we get like a windy day, like these paths just get covered in sticks and leaves and stuff. Oh, Mystic Gin, I'll show you the Bunnings I rated to you from the other day. It's a couple of minutes away. Not buying anything today. I don't even have any way of bringing it home.
Muted Place said, you're an Aussielandian, hammer is always the solution.
Yeah, what type of hammer?
Mystic Gin said, yeah.
Every town has a Bunnings. Some might say that the Bunnings was established first and the town came second. Because how are you going to build houses without a Bunnings? Yeah, it's up here, about a kilometre or two ahead.
Muted Place said, BFH, named Bruce.
I might do a little run through town as well. I want to check the fuel prices. God, the other day, I think it was the BP. Was it BP? Yeah, I think it was the BP. They were doing like $3.33 a litre for diesel, which is insane. And like that had jumped up 30 cents since the last time I saw it, like 2 or 3 days before. I need a drink.
Mystic Gin said, dang.
Yeah, I mean, that's diesel, like petrol's a bit lower, but still.
Mystic Gin said, well, it's a little cheaper now.
Yeah, I haven't checked for a bit. Have they done anything? Like, have they dropped the GST on it or like the fuel excise tax, or is it just, hey, we've got a bit more supply and it's not so bad now? We're still gonna fleece you, but just not as much. There we go. Yeah, I'll be a bit more better prepared next time. We'll have some daylight.
Mystic Gin said, yeah, I filled up a few days ago. Was like 2.20 something.
Ouch. It's like it really...
said, even where I'm at, we're at full United States dollars and 35 cents per US gal.
Yeah, it's just hurting everybody.
Compared with the 2 United States dollars and 85 cents it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad before. It was, you know, it was up there. Our diesel was about $1, like when I dropped my parents off at the airport, it was about $1.95 a litre.
Mystic Gin said, I mean 95 is at about 2.40-ish here.
Yeah. Twos, you know, it's still up there. It's still not ideal. Like I calculated how much it would cost to fill up my car. It's got a 40 litre tank. You're looking at like 120 bucks. 120 bucks and I'll get max 700 Ks out of it. Like, dude. I feel sorry for like people with like Land Cruisers and like Nissan Patrols, because they chew fuel. And they've got massive tanks, and they usually have like the extended tanks on them. It's like, mate, if you can keep running one of them, you're loaded.
TBF, in the US, if we drew straight inflation from the 50s to today, we should be at around 11 United States dollars per US gal, so still below expectations.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have like a fairly good domestic supply.
Mystic Jin said, LPG, let's go.
Oh, dude, even LPG is like $1 a litre. Whereas I remember it being 8 cents when I was a kid, many, many years ago. And then it crept up to 16. And then they had, like, the government was subsidising LPG conversions. And then something happened, they either dropped, like, they added extra taxes to it, and it went up to like...
said, imagine what I'd be paying if I build my RV today.
Yeah, it went up to like 50, 60 cents a litre.
300 US gal diesel tank plan.
Dude,
Mystic Jin said, I remember petrol at like 60 cents back in the day.
Yeah, same. 60 cents, and then super would be a little bit more. Yeah, when I was a kid, that's sort of what it was. And then you run like the inflation numbers on that, and it's like, yeah, we're getting stung hard now. That's it's not easy. Not as easy as our parents had it. All right, there's a roundabout. Let's get up there. There's a servo around this corner too. So I'll see what they're charging people. What's going on at Bunnings?
Beauty Place said, I think my earliest memory of fuel prices is $1 United States dollar and 15 cents per gal.
Yeah, the lowest for me was in the 50s, 50 cents a litre. But I don't think we had 98 yet back then. You just had regular unleaded, you had super, and you had diesel. So there's the Bunnings. I was just over there when I raided into. It's just a good spot to wrap up. Like if I stopped here, it's like houses around and I've got a loud voice. Over there, nobody cares if I'm making a racket.
Mystic Jin said, popping wheelies in Bunnings.
I can't pop wheelies. I never learned how. I'm gonna have to learn one day. It's a useful skill to have.
Beauty Place said, hell, I run mid-grade in the Civic.
Yeah, I mean, if the Civic engine's designed for it, like, that's all you need.
So, I pay another 15 C per gallon.
Yeah. You'd be using the bike a bit more now, wouldn't you? Or you got to use the car for, like, work and stuff. Because the bike would be the way to go. They just sip fuel. They're great. Unless it's like some, 1.8 litre Harley or something like that.
Beauty Place said, I do that to account for possible shit gas.
You guys have different octane ratings to us as well. We get 91.
Beauty Place said, no headlamp on the bike.
Oh, shit.
I'd love to be on the bike. Beauty Place said, yeah, 65 mpg AVG, 95 mpg peak.
Yeah, that's not bad. Milk that while you can. Yeah, the servo's just up there where those lights are. We'll go around these guys. G'day.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Beauty Place said, only supply for the bike parts is dealer, Sue.
Yeah, I'd love to get a bike. But the bike I want, I don't sell here. Closest I could get is like a CBR 250RR, like the old ones, MY 21, I think? Here we go, hang on, I'll do a quick spin around. Chuck a U-banger. All right, we're looking at, like LPG hasn't budged. It's been like 99.9 for the last bunch of times I've seen it. Ultimate diesel's dropped a bit. That was 333 last time. And then unleaded.
Beauty Place said, get a diesel.
Still a lot. And that's 91 as well. Like, you want 98? We'll have a quick look. We'll see what the 98 is.
Beauty Place said, I can't remember who made diesels.
Let's have a look.
Mystic
Diesel
Jin
bike.
said, wow, they still have gas here.
Let's have a look. What do they got for ultimate? I don't have the price listed. I know. 253.5 for 98. Oof. I'll stick to the bike.
Mystic Jin said, Vin does.
Yeah, it costs an arm and a leg to fill up anything. Like, I've really got to pay attention to it, because if I want to pick anything up from Melbourne, I'm like 120, 130 Ks at least in one direction, so it's 200.
YouTube Play said 98 octane.
Yeah, 200K return trip minimum. And I'm lucky if the ute gets like 15 litres per 100 Ks. So whenever I can find free delivery, I'm taking advantage of it. That's exactly what I've done with the monitor.
Do you guys use RON, MON, or RON plus MON 2?
You use RON. So it starts at 91, then you go up to 95, and then 98 plus is the top tier usually. And then if you got money to burn, you get a high quality ethanol and you have like a tune for it. But it's kind of hard to get your hands on that stuff. Like full ethanol. You can get the mixed stuff, but the mixed stuff sucks.
YouTube Play said, I think that's the major difference in the ratings.
Yeah, it's just how they're measured, isn't it?
YouTube
But
Play
it's still the
said,
same stuff.
we use the average of RON and MON together.
Yeah. Which kind of drags, you know, the total figure down. Yeah, you go 313 for diesel, 251 for like premium, 241 for 95 and 227. Yeah, man, it's a big jump between the cheap stuff. Still a lot of money though.
YouTube Play said, right.
We've got another servo to check out. I'll go up ahead. I'm not going to push the button. There's no point. We'll just wait till we can go. Oh, getting hungry now.
Mystic Jin said, they say it's all the same shit, ain't it?
I mean, it is until you blow an engine.
YouTube Play said,
detonation or
depending where
something.
you are, we have from 83 to 94 octaners pump gas.
Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. Yeah, I really should check what my engine needs. I've got a boosted 4A GZE, like 1.6 litre supercharged engine, and it's running about a bar of boost. So, and it's on a stock ECU, so I just play it safe and chuck like the good stuff in it all the time. It's like, yeah, might as well run 98. I'm pretty sure like the factory rating for that engine is also 98. All right, there's 2 servos up here as well. It's a little one near the subway. I think it's a Liberty.
YouTube Play said, my Civic is 9.2, 1 compression, NA. I could run 83 just fine.
Yeah, you'd get by on that.
Mystic Jin said, I have a 1.8 L Corolla because I can't afford an R34 GTR nowadays.
Dude, they used
But
to
I
be
try to run at least 89, just
40.
to be safe.
I remember you
Corolla,
could pick up grade 4 GDRs, 34 GDR in a grade 4, and they were like sub 50 grand. It was insane. My mate picked up an R32 GDR for 16 and a half, and it was already here and complied. Here we go, 229, 309, and LPG is free. Nice. Well, I'm pretty sure that's like $1. I got lucky, I got my car years ago.
Oh yeah man, I wish I picked one up years ago.
Yeah, just an investment thing.
YouTube Play said, I'd never pay 50k for a car.
Oh, I mean, you would if it
won't
goes
pay
up to
10k
250.
for a car.
Shit, what's a GDR go for these days? You're looking at like nearly 300 grand. There was a dude in Narre Warren, he had a Nismo Z-Tune. He got it brand new. I don't know if it's still in Australia, I'm pretty sure he sold it off. But if that guy kept it, oh man. That's like probably $1 million car now. Not sure what the Z-Tunes go for, but I know it's not gonna be cheap. Yeah, they're pretty pricey as well, $258 for the good stuff. Even the cheap
Mystic
stuff,
Jin said,
they're pretty high.
minimum $200,000 on the low end.
Yeah, just for like a
YouTube Play
normal
said,
34.
hell, I don't think I'd pay over 5k for a car.
That's not like a V-spec or anything. But yeah, I knew dudes that picked them up for like 46, 45 grand. And like before GTRs went bonkers in price, they weren't the type of car that you bought and kept forever. They were never anyone's forever car. They were like, okay, I'll have a try of it and then I'll sell it off later on. And that's what all the R32 guys did. They'd buy it, they'd keep it for a little bit, do a few mods. They'd try track it and then they realize, oh, hang on, the head's got oil flow issues. we should probably get rid of this. It's not ideal. It's going to cost me too much. And then I just sell it off. Because I know a few people who have bought 32, 33, 34 GTRs and they all did the same thing. None of them still have those cars.
said, we aren't talking about how much monies I put into projects.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
That's just burning money. Projects just means the money's never coming back. And no matter how much you tell yourself it's an investment, we all know the truth. I'm spending money because I want to, because it's cool. I don't need the carbon fibre fuel filler flap. I want it. The project car's not complete without it. Shit, even my car, somebody's selling a shell.
Muted Place said, which is why I won't pay a lot for any car.
Yeah. Oh, it depends on the car. Some cars
Muted
are worth
Place
it.
said, the moment you mod it, that money just disappears.
Yeah, but some of them are like, they've bottomed out and they're just going up, so it's kind of worth it.
Muted Place said, might as well do that all to a cheap car.
There's a
Mr.
guy...
Jim said, I was thinking about buying a new car, but then I couldn't justify the price.
Oh, even new cars went up like crazy. I reviewed the Suzuki Jimny when it first came out, like I think it was 2021, 2022. And they were a really good price. They were like 23 grand or something when they came out. And then in the space of 2 or 3 years, they're pushing nearly 40 grand for a new one. Now that's not indicative of other cars. You know, that's a car that was underpriced when it launched, very popular, so they jacked up the price. But you look at anything else, like everything else has gone up quite a big amount too. Like you're not getting like Corolla or anything like that for less than 40.
For FKIN Jimny. G-Buzz.
Yeah, like the latest generation Jimneys. They're cool though, they're such a cool car. I really like them. Because they're like very well engineered, well thought out. Like it serves a dedicated purpose. Like it's a proper off-road. It's just small. And I like that. It knows what it is. Ah, there's the squeak. Still going. It might be the drivetrain, because if I go up to the second gear at the front, and then, drop down a few, doesn't really do it. That might eliminate the pedals.
Mystic Jim said, you know what else has gone up? Taxes, in the voice of John Howard.
Oh, yep.
Muted Place said,
man, fuck John
I've always
Howard.
wanted a Suzuki Samurai. Precursor to the Jimny.
John Howard killed our local car industry with his bullshit alleviation of the tariffs. Like, yes, you'll get cheaper cars for a while, but then your local industry dries up, you no longer have exports, and the dollar becomes worthless against what you're importing. It was a temporary gain with nothing long term. It's just sad what happened there. So if you got a 1.8 Corolla, is that like a Sportivo type, like the 1ZZ GE ones? Or is it like a 1ZZ FE one? Or is it like more one of the later ones? I sort of lost track after they did the, like the Sportivo type. God, I couldn't even tell you what they look like. I know AE101, because my friend had one of those. And then the one after that, that was like the round-eyed one. And they did a Sportivo version of that too. And then they did the next one and they put the Celica engine in that. It had the 2ZZGE in it, and they're really cool. I don't know how many of those survived. But yeah, these days, like a Corolla, it's almost like the perfect car to have, because they're pretty good on fuel, and they're not too big a compromise in any one area. You can do everything you want with it.
Muted Place said, Celica. Mystic Jim said, well, mine is a 2016 Corolla hatch.
Oh, that's fairly
I think
new.
they're 2ZR Fay.
Yeah.
Muted Place said, Celica.
Yeah, that's a relatively new one then. They're good too. My sister had one of those as like a company car for a bit. Yeah, I call it a Celica, not a Celica, like Americans do. Just sounds weird. We've always called them Celicas here.
YouTube Plays said, how interesting.
And Sega, like we call it Sega here, or at least we used to. I think now people are sort of shifting over to Sega. But that just seems wrong to me, because it's always been Sega. It's funny that. I think the internet's actually
YouTube
changing
Plays
how people
said,
talk.
I was interested in how TTS lady would say it.
Yeah, how did she say it? Is she saying it correctly? Or is she doing it the US way?
Mystic Jen said, we say silly car.
That's it, silly car. My first car was a Celica. I had a RA65 Celica hatchback with the
YouTube Plays said,
22
she
RE.
said it like you.
Had a Hilux engine in it.
YouTube Plays said, longy sound. Mystic Jen said, the change in Sega is correct way according to the Japanese.
Yeah, they do say it that way. It's just the way their phonetic alphabet works. But it goes against
Mystic Jen
everything I
said,
know.
Sega.
Sega Master System. Sega Master System. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't roll off the tongue the way it should.
YouTube Plays said, yeah, Sega is the right way.
Yeah, it is correct, but it's hard to go against years of indoctrination in the way. We've heard it on ads and...
Mega Drive sounds way better than Genesis.
Yeah, that's what we got. We got a Mega Drive, man. And then the first one was the Master System with Alec Kid. My cousin had one of those from pretty early on, so I was kind of exposed to video games at a young age. And it's funny, like before, like I just sort of believed that like they rotted your brain. And I'm like, I'm never gonna play video games. And then, yeah, after the Master System, it's all over. It's like, oh, I'm getting a Game Boy, getting a Super Nintendo, grabbing an N64. Yeah, I'll get a GameCube too. Hey, might as well grab a computer. And it's been downhill ever since. Zero regrets. It's definitely worth it. It's funny. The younger generation don't understand how bad it was to like video games when we were kids. If you liked video games in primary school, man, people made fun of you. It was like a social, like a stigma. It wasn't until sort of Pokemon came out and went mainstream that people kind of accepted it.
YouTube Plays said, don't draw the first vowel sound out so long.
Sega.
SE is very short, but has emphasis.
Sega.
You were going to say Liger. Mystic Jen said, nah, we loved video games in my school.
Oh, you got lucky. At my school, it was like you have to like sports or you suck. You don't like sport? Ah, too bad. Oh, you have asthma? I don't care, you suck. It's kind of how it was. And then the PlayStation came out and it sort of turned things around. The PlayStation was really cool. Everybody kind of wanted one. Like, they were expensive when they came out. I remember first gen PS1 or PlayStation here, it was like $700.
Mystic Jen said, I still love to play outside and shit, but at home when nothing else to do, game all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
YouTube Plays said, I had Oregon Trail.
I think multiplayer really
YouTube
changed it
Plays said,
around.
on 5.5 floppy.
Like once you had couch co-op, like people were into it. But before that, it was kind of like a solo sort of like nerdy thing to do. It's like, oh, you're just playing games on your own. What, don't you have friends? It was a bit like that. But then yeah, like multiplayer, like, can I play? Can I go to the nerd's house and play games? It was sort of changed things around a bit. Oh, I've been around games my whole life. Like my dad used to work for a company and they had a contract with Mattel to fix the Intellivision. So they'd fix the carts, they'd fix the consoles. So we had an Intellivision and like heaps of Atari, like 2600 games. We've got a boxed Intellivision in the garage. Like the box is munted because it's been in a shed for years. but I'm pretty sure the whole unit would still work. And we got like the voice control thing for it, and we got the basic computer for it.
Muted Place said, I didn't get exposed to electronic entertainment until I was in my mid-20s.
Oh wow. Yeah, you were able to develop as a person before getting hit in the face with video games. Oh, there's a single car here. But there's nobody, they're like fully shut now. The garden centre maybe has a person in it. Yep, we were right here. And I think we're gonna do another raid. I just gotta see who's on. I'm gonna grab a drink first. Oh, all that dust. I could go for another lap, but I have to get home and eat. I was actually a bit hungry
Muted
when I
Place
left.
said, like, they were around. I knew about video games. Just never really struck me.
Yeah, you're probably into other
Until
things.
PC Master Race.
Into more productive stuff. All right, let's check out who's on. I should use the app to do this, but this works as well. So who is here? Well, Dashcam's on. Chasted's on. Danny's on. Oh man, heaps of people on today. I'm 7 Feet's on. All right, who do you guys want to check out?
Muted Place said, Benji is still going.
I'm taking requests.
Muted Place said, and Ruby.
Yeah, they were streaming together. They were at the festival. I reckon we go Ben. Yeah, Benji's a good option. All right, we'll raid Benji. He's cool. Hopefully they're still going for a bit. I don't know if this app works. Like, let me know if the raid's coming through or not. Yeah, it says it is. Cool. I'll flick over to the other one. It's always just a weird process to do this whole thing.
Muted Place said, Dobry Becca all. Mystic Jin said,
what the hell is this?
yeah, it's going.
Getting Twitch ads on my app? No, thank you. If I go here, go to me and then mute it, and then we can accelerate it. Go to, there we go. That sounds like a pendulum song. I might be wrong. All right, sick. Thanks for hanging around, guys. We'll dip out of here, and yeah, I'm just gonna go home and grab dinner. So I've got a raid and run. Raid message. What should we say? Yeah, just say tip to tip raid. That sounds good because they were at the Penis Festival, so why not? And I'll catch yous in a little bit.
Muted Place said, Pride Mirage.
Right. Yeah, I got a lot of that stuff in. I've got to cut them down. They kind of dominate the playlist. All right, sick. We're going to accelerate this, and then yeah, I'll jump in after dinner.
Mystic Jin said, Lel the PP Festival.
Yeah.
Been there once. It's something else.
Yeah, it was really busy today. There was heaps of them out there. All right, thanks for hanging around, guys. What's this? Go away.
昔ずっと日本語を頑張ります。
Oh my goodness.
ごめん。
Why are we talking about going to the hospital?
I was saying that my Japanese level.
Oh shoot, okay, wait.
Jesus Christ, it's loud. Damn, it's fucking loud. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna turn this off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a bit special, right?
Tip to tip raid. Oh, 10!
Thank you!
So I got distracted by the ambulance.
Oh, I gotta do the thing.